Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol RIGL. We will take a look at the daily time frame. I've done this analysis several times before, though it's been a few weeks since the last update I did on it, but definitely want to get things updated here. As from a technical perspective, the chart is now not quite at this area, but it's definitely getting very close to a level that from a charting perspective and a quote-unquote storybook perspective is a very important area because the buyers have always done a good job of holding strong there. And I'm not saying the price is headed down there, but if it does, that's one of those areas where you definitely would want to see history repeat itself. And that's down there at the 305 mark, which that green line is denoting. If you go back here through the history of the chart, you can see the last time in early April, the price came down there, did a good job of holding strong. And yeah, actually produced a very, very nice bounce from that point. Now, don't get me wrong, and I really wish trading was this easy. Just because last time a very nice bounce happened from 305 does not mean if the price comes down here that for sure a bounce is going to go right back upwards. Now, would it be shocking to see a bounce? No, that would not be shocking at all. However, myself nor anyone else can sit here and say that a bounce would for sure happen from that point because for sure is implied guarantees. And yeah, there's just no such thing as a guarantee in the market. But, even if you're not a trader and you care more so about, like I said, just the general story of the price, 305 is definitely very important because in the event the price, cannot hold above there and then starts to sink to the downside, at that point, that's literally putting the price down at lows that the chart hasn't seen for a very long time. And that's about as bearish as it gets. However, as it stands right now, the bulls are, doing a good job of maintaining above that low and, haven't even tested it, technically speaking. Now, by no means is this some sort of, gutsy call on my part to say that, it's looking like it could be tested. I mean, the price doesn't have to drop that far and it would be right there. But, so it's looking like it will at least get tested. So the big question, at least in my mind this week going forward is, is the price going to be able to hold that area like it did right here? Notice I didn't say get a huge bounce, but let's just see if the price can hold. So even if the price comes down there and then starts to go sideways, I would still consider that a pretty big victory because, like I said, the last thing you would want to see is for the price to collapse below there because that's literally putting the price down in areas of the chart that it hasn't seen for a very long time. As far as levels of resistance, I'm not even going to touch on those right now because in my opinion, top priority by far right now is trying to stabilize and get things under control because there's no doubt about it today with the increase in volume. And then of course, the big red candle, the sellers are out in full force. So, you got to kind of get things under control before you start worrying about and focusing on breaking levels of resistance. So let's see if the price can stabilize. And more importantly, let's see if the price can stay up above that 3 to 305 range or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.